As I sit here in my favorite chair, the one Grandpa made for me all those years ago, I can't help but think back on the life I've lived. I see you looking at me, dear, with those big, curious eyes, and I know you're wondering how I've managed to find my peace. Well, let me tell you, it wasn't by chasing rainbows and smiling till my cheeks hurt. No, child, it was by learning to accept life as it is. When I was young, I was a firecracker. I thought I could take on the world, bend it to my will. I'd leap out of bed every morning, determined that this was going to be the best day ever. I'd sing and smile, even when the clouds were dark and the rain was pouring. But you know what? Sometimes, all that singing and smiling just made me tired. There were days, days when the bread wouldn't rise, or the cow wouldn't give milk, or your grandpa would come home with that look on his face that meant trouble. Those days, they'd test me something fierce. And at first, I'd fight it. I'd grit my teeth and smile harder, like if I just tried enough, I could make the bad go away. But it doesn't work like that, dear. Life, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are storms, and there are thorns. And you can't just smile them away. I learned that the hard way, through the jobs lost and the friends gone, through the sickness and the health, through the joy and the sorrow. I remember the day it all changed for me. It was raining, one of those cold, relentless rains that soak right through to your bones. I was trying to hang the laundry, of all things, determined that the rain wouldn't stop me. But it did. It soaked the sheets, and it soaked me, and I stood there, shivering and crying, because I couldn't make it stop. And that's when it hit me. I couldn't make it stop. I couldn't control the rain, or the sun, or the wind. I couldn't control life. All I could control was how I faced it. And so, I stopped fighting. I stopped trying to force the sun to shine when it was pouring rain. I accepted it. I accepted that there would be bad days, that I would make mistakes, that I would fail. And that it was okay. Oh, the relief, child. The relief of not having to fight all the time, of not having to pretend that everything was all right when it wasn't. The relief of just accepting life as it is, with all its ups and downs, its joys and sorrows. That's where I found my peace. That's how I found my way through. So, when you look at me, dear, and you see that smile on my face, know that it's not because I'm happy all the time. It's because I've accepted that I don't have to be. It's because I've learned to embrace the rain, as well as the sun. And that, my dear, is the key to surviving this life. It's not positivity. It's acceptance. It's knowing that everything is not going to fall into place every day, and that's okay. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be human. And with that, dear, I hope you find your way. Not the way to endless happiness, but the way to acceptance, to peace, to a life well lived. Because that, my child, is the greatest journey of all.